What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of That Savage Kitchen. On today's episode, I'm gonna show you how to make some pan-seared scallops with some lemon buttercream sauce. Oh, you ain't gonna want to miss this one. So make sure you subscribe to the gang, and let's waste no time and let's get started. So let's waste no time and let's get started. I think when you cook seafood, you always need a nice sauce to go with it. So I'm gonna get some heavy whipping cream, and to that we're gonna take a white wine. So I got a Pino Grigio, or you can use a Chardonnay just like this. Take some butter. I prefer the European butter, Kerrygold. It's so good and creamy. To that we're gonna add some lemon juice to give it some more acidic flavor, and lemons just pair with seafood. Everyone knows that. And you can use half of a lemon, but I use both. Using half goes a long way, but I like it to be very lemony. So get you a pan, get you a non-stick pan, which most of y'all have. So I'm gonna squeeze my first half of my lemon, and we're gonna add this in first because I don't want to cook my sauce and then add my lemon juice and then thin it out. So it's best to do it like this. And I like to cook down my lemon to where we get nothing but the sugars in it, which is why we see all this brown on this pan. If it starts to turn brown, that's just the sugars cooking. So after we cook it down and reduce it to this, we're going to add 1/4 of our Pinot Grigio, or you can add your Chardonnay. It doesn't matter, just a good white wine. And then we're going to add that, and we're going to mix that up, let everything combine and bubble. After it starts to bubble, we are going to add 1/4 of our heavy cream, just a little bit over 1/4 as you saw there. It's still going to thicken up. We're adding our heavy cream because it's going to make it more creamy, obviously, and it's going to be a thickener. So we're going to cook that, and then when it starts to bubble, we are going to add some butter. You can use any butter, but like I said, use a European butter, bro. It's good. Take 5 tablespoons of that and make sure it is cold, and we're going to cube it up. So when we add this into our sauce, we're going to add little bits at a time. If you dump it all in at once, it's not going to work. And we are adding butter because it's going to help thicken up the sauce like a Kardashian, you already know. So we're going to add a little bit of our butter, mix that up, and we're just going to keep adding it slowly until it starts to thicken like that. And if it coats the back of the spoon, that's how you know you are done. But if you want to be extra fancy, what I did was I added some parsley. So I added 1 tablespoon of some parsley for some greenery and a little bit of flavor. Then I added 1 teaspoon of some fresh minced garlic. Mix that up, and that is your lemon butter sauce. Spread this on any seafood and it's going to be fire. Now that we are done with our lemon butter sauce, let's move on to the entree. We have some fresh sea scallops, always fresh, never frozen. Shout out to Wendy's, but I feel like, I don't know why they say that. I feel like they do freeze it. But I digress. Also, get the jumbo scallops. The baby ones, I don't like them. They're a hassle to cook. But also, make sure your scallops are dry. We need them dry because when we try to pan sear these, it's not going to get
a good pan sear
because it's wet and it's more like steaming them. So after we dry them off like this, we are going to do a simple seasoning. So we're going to take some garlic salt, and we're just going to spread the seasoning on top of it, and make sure you season both sides. Then we're going to take some lemon pepper. So this is a combo of the lemon and pepper. And like I said before, lemon and seafood go hand to hand just like that. So we got the lemon and the pepper, and we're just gonna add some salt on top, and that is it. We're not gonna be too complex because we want the seafood to do the talking, not to season it. So we're gonna mix all that up until it looks like that, well seasoned. After we have seasoned it nicely, we have to pick a pan. We have 2 options. We have stainless steel and we have non-stick. I like using stainless steel because I can get a nicer sear on it than I can with a non-stick. So for that, we are going to use a stainless steel. So in your pan, doesn't matter what you prefer, but if you have a stainless steel, use it. We are going to add some olive oil, and we are going to get this pan whipping hot, hotter than your celebrity crush, and we're going to let this cook for 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's all it takes. It's super quick. And I know you might be tempted to flip and take a look at it, but please don't do that. Don't touch them. Let them cook for the whole 1:30 because we are trying to get a nice sear. Ironically, the first one didn't have a good sear, but the ones on the edges had a good sear, especially this 4th one. This is what you want your scallops to look like, a nice brown sear on it. But after we do that, we're gonna let it cook for another 30 on the other side. And like before, you better not touch it or I'm gonna slap you. But after we do that, we're gonna kill the heat, add some butter, add some parsley, but you don't have to do this. I just want the parsley to stick to the scallops, and we're gonna move that off to the side. Now for the plating, we are going to add a little bit of our lemon butter sauce, and we just gonna spread it out like that and be super fancy with it. You already know. Take them scallops, add it on top just like that in that butter sauce, and oh, that is it. Top it off with some parsley, add some lemon juice on top if you are feeling fancy. Guys, that is how you make some homemade scallops. I think these are going to be way better than anything you get out of a restaurant and way cheaper, bro. It's always better to do stuff at home. We're gonna give it a little cut and look at that cross section, cooked perfectly, and we just gonna dip it in that lemon butter sauce as you already know and pair it up with our delicious white wine. If you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure y'all leave a like, share with all your friends, and if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. It is free, and if you don't enjoy the content, you can unsubscribe later. But hey, I love you guys, hope you have a blessed day, and other than that, I'm out.